So fall is officially here, which means it is time to do some fall makeup, and today I'm going to do a full face using all Dollar Tree products. I also have a few Dollar Tree tools here, and whatever I don't use from the Dollar Tree, it's going to be affordable. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's do some fall glam together. Of course, we're starting off with the eyes. I'm going to go in with the Be Pure Essentially Ageless Concealer. This is one of my favorite complexion products ever at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use this later on my face, but today it's going to make for a good eye primer. And I'm just using this little Jessup concealer brush. I got this in a brush set. It's from Amazon. Really good quality brushes, and I believe it's a 15-piece brush set, and it's under $20. Total steal, and I told you guys whatever is not Dollar Tree, I'll let you know, but I'm going to still try to keep all the tools affordable today as well. How perfect is this for the fall time? So this is from the brand Beauty Intuition, and it's just a little smoky brown palette. I'm going to use the entire thing today, of course. I love the variety of tones in here, and this is optional. You can go in with eyeshadow right after this, but I'm going to go in and set with a little powder. This is the Essentially Ageless Be Pure powder as well. I'm going to use it just to set that concealer down since there isn't a matte cream shade in that palette. And I'm going to be using mostly all Jessup eye brushes. I'm going to link that set that I got down below, but I'm going to go in with that soft brown. I'm going to start working that on the outer lid and crease. Okay, come through pigment, nice and buildable. I'm going to build that up a little bit. I did about 3 layers, and I think that looks really good. The Dollar Tree has definitely come a long way with their products. I think they've gotten so much better within the last couple years. And I've actually tried a lot of really good eyeshadows at the Dollar Tree, to be honest. You can totally make it work. Some of the colors might be a little bit more buildable in certain palettes, but it's definitely doable. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this darker brown. I'm gonna add that also on the outer lid. I'm pretty much gonna layer up the browns. It's my favorite kind of fall makeup to do. Oh my god, that's actually so pigmented. They have a cool toned version of this palette as well, which I also got. I want to do another look with it, but come through Dollar Tree. This is the easiest eye look ever. I'm gonna just keep building up this brown though, because I want it to be pretty smoky. And I always like to build up my eyeshadows as much as possible to see how they blend and how they layer. And even with the Dollar Tree products, I still do my makeup the way that I would with my regular products. I think that's also key. Oh wow, yeah, this is probably one of the best eyeshadow palettes I've tried at the Dollar Tree. It's so pretty. I love these tones. I'm gonna blend around the edges just a little bit. Let's go in with this color. Originally I used this one at first, but I'm gonna take a little bit of that one. Let's just add that in there. Then let's take a little bit of this light golden shade with this color. Okay, I think the shimmers are pretty. They give a light sheen, but I think what I actually want to do, I'm going to go in with the pressed powder from Be Pure. I think I want to add a little bit of this instead to make this less shimmery and more matte in the inner corner instead. I should have did this initially, but I wanted to see what those other colors looked like, but they're cute. I just kind of want something a little bit more matte. I really like the matte shades in here though. This is, like I said, one of the best Dollar Tree palettes. These blend so nicely. Using a little Real Techniques angled brow brush, I'm going to take that deepest brown in the palette and we're going to do a shadow wing. Then once I do that, I just clean up the bottom with a wipe. I'm going to do a quick coat of mascara because I think I want to do a false lash today, and I'm going to cut it in half to make it like a half lash. I think I tried this mascara before. In all my Dollar Tree videos I always say this, but I never have luck with Dollar Tree mascaras, yet I still continue to try them. This is the La Mercerie Lash Out Waterproof Mascara. I'm just going to do a coat of this, and then I might do some falsies, like I said, depending on how this looks. Feels like a very light comb. Curling does help, but it really doesn't do much. If you guys have tried any good Dollar Tree mascaras, let me know. Like I said, I feel like for me, they're always duds. That's like the one category where I feel like you're probably better off just going to the drugstore and getting an e.l.f. or a Wet n Wild mascara. Yeah, it honestly just doesn't really do anything to my lashes. It gives it maybe a tiny bit of product on it, but it's not much. If you ever want to experiment with lashes and you don't feel like spending a lot, Dollar Tree for the win. Ione is an amazing brand, and LA Colors, which is LA Girl's sister brand, so good, and you can always reuse these as well. And at the Dollar Tree you can find these super cute little lash cases where you can keep your lashes and store them if you're traveling or just in general, and it's so cute. And you also get a little mirror in there. LA Colors or Ione. I like how these Ione ones have a clear soft band, so I think actually these are going to be the winner. Don't have any Dollar Tree lash glue, but my favorite one is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. You can get this at Walmart. It's like under $5. And I adore these Ione tweezers. They're pink, but they're actually really good. So I'm just trimming from the outer corner. You don't want to do the inner corner because then your lashes are going to start getting a little wonky. It's just not going to be good. So do outer corner, and I'm basically trimming these to be a half lash. Then you want to take a very light layer of glue onto the lash. I like to do this just for a little extra security with the lashes. I'm also going to do a little bit of lash glue right on the top. Let that dry for a couple seconds, not too long. I would say not longer than a minute, but not less than 20 seconds. And when you're pulling out the lashes too from the little case, be gentle because then you can rip the lashes and ruin them. I also like to trim. There's like this tiny little piece of the inner part that can totally jab you in the eye, so I like to trim that as well. Right there, I trim that. I'm gonna trim about that much of the lash. And then we pop that on there. Then I like to squeeze the lashes so that they blend in. The real ones with the falsies. I take the back of the tweezers and kind of fluff the lashes up also a little bit just to give it more of that kind of cat eye effect. Very lightweight, the lashes, which I like. They're so easy to apply also. And I like how this band is more invisible because you literally cannot see it. I'm gonna do a little eyeliner on the waterline. I have this LA Colors. Technically it's an eyeshadow stick, but I'm gonna use it on the waterline. And this one's in the shade Groovy. With something like this, you could even take it on your lids and apply it and just give yourself like a smoky look. I'm gonna just line my waterline. I'm gonna do a little smudging later on too with this on my lash line, but I like it. Super creamy. And then to prep the skin, this is the only Dollar Tree primer that I have. It is the Ione Matte Primer. Don't remember if this really did much mattifying last time, but like I said, it's all that I have for today, so I'm gonna just use it. I'm gonna put it on my T-zone. It's actually a little bit kind of glowy. Slightly. Oh no, it actually does have a dry down to it. Okay. I love Ione too. It's like that and Be Pure and LA Colors are like my top 3 at the Dollar Tree. I do miss when everything was just $1 though. Now I'm going to go back in with the Essentially Ageless Concealer. I'm going to use this as my concealer and foundation today, so I'm going to apply it pretty much everywhere. Super creamy. I love this. The only thing is, of course, I wish that there was more shades. I'm gonna just apply wherever I feel like I want a little coverage. I'm gonna do just a little bit here too, since it's kind of like my foundation. Do little dots pretty much everywhere. e.l.f. Putty Bronzer Brush for the under eyes. I'm actually going to switch brushes. I'm going to use another e.l.f. brush. This is the Ultimate Blending Brush. I'm going to add a little bit more of this to kind of just even everything out so it doesn't look patchy. I love how creamy this product is. It actually blends really nicely into the skin. I've done a wear test with this as well in my last Dollar Tree video, and the main issue is always just the shades. So if you can find your shade though, I recommend this. I think this is one of the better Dollar Tree products ever, truly. The coverage is not insane, but it still gets the job done. And then you can always build it up too, which is nice. You see how creamy that is? Like, it truly does blend like a regular drugstore concealer into the skin so nicely. And this is a hydrating serum concealer, so it's going to give the skin a really pretty glow, not too dewy, it doesn't feel greasy, but I love what it does to the skin. Now for blush, of course we're going to do something a little bit more kind of toasty for fall. So I have these cream blush sticks. They're both from Ione. This one is in cinnamon rose. Let's start with this one, and then I also have this one in burgundy. Oh, look how cute, it's so little. I'm gonna be using this brush from the brand Sassy Chic. I bought another one of these brushes. This is what the packaging looks like. I ended up getting another one of these angled brushes because I really like it, but I love the shape of this brush. You could even use this for foundation, for blush, for any type of cream or liquid. So I'm gonna apply this onto my brush first, and let's see how the pigment is on this. Girl, that's actually so good. Oh my god. Too much, I think. I did too much. I'm gonna tap that in and hopefully we can blend. That's actually a lot more pigmented than I was expecting. I should have swatched it first. That is so pigmented. It's actually insane. I have to redo this. This is not it. I did too much. Okay, well now we know that it's pigmented. Some things you just cannot blend away, and I feel like this is one of those products that you just can't. This is the other color. It's a nice burgundy color. This one is a little bit more warm orangey, and this one is like a true burgundy blush. Wow. So we are all good. At least I didn't set it with a powder. We are back in action. Now that I know how pigmented this is, I'm gonna go in directly onto my skin. Let's do that, and then let's blend. Yeah, that's better. And even then, that's honestly so intense for the two little dots that I did. And then just because we're trying it out, let's see how the burgundy color looks on the other side. I'm going to use a little angled brush on this side. Definitely did not go as hard on this side as the other, so I'm going to add a little bit more. I like them both. That's actually a pretty light burgundy color. I like that a lot. Now that we know what both sides look like, I do obviously want to make this side look even to this side, so I'm going to add a little bit more of that first cinnamon shade. I feel like this one is a little bit more pigmented right off the bat. The other one seems a tad more buildable. I think it actually does have a nice blend when you apply it like this versus with your brush. I think the color is just a little bit too saturated to do that, so don't do that. Apply it directly. A couple dots will do the trick. Now let's set down all those creams with the Be Pure pressed powder. And I'm actually going to use this little pearl under eye puff. It comes in a 2-pack, also from Be Pure. I really like these. I'm going to start with my under eyes first. I love a good under eye puff too, because you can really press in that powder and set your makeup so nicely. It just concentrates the product, I think, a little bit better than a brush. Love, look how smooth that looks. This is a really, really good powder. I feel like this brand in general, it's just good. Gives a little bit of brightness too, which I like. And then I'm going to use this Ginormo powder brush from e.l.f. to set the rest of my face. Every brush that I'm using, I will link it for you guys down below if you're interested. It's huge. I usually use this on my body, but I love this brush. It's literally as big as my face. I just want to give myself a light dusting of this powder to set, but I just don't want to press this in too much all over the face because I can see that it is a little bit too light. Still works though. By the way, you can still see the blushes popping through. I was a little nervous at first, but I think they actually ended up looking really good. Less is more. Build it up rather than going in too much at a time, because then it's going to be really a little bit too difficult to blend, honestly. Let's add a little LA Colors Just Vibin' bronzer. This one's in Let's Go. I'm going to use another one of the Dollar Tree brushes. This one's angled. Tap off the excess, and I'm going to tap this all around the perimeter. I'm just going to keep pressing it in and stippling it in until it is nice and blended. It almost gives a little glow to the skin too. Now this is Dollar Tree's concealer brush. I think it's okay for concealer. It's not bad, but I actually like it for nose contour. So I'm going to take a little bit of the bronzer and just put a little bit right down the sides of my nose. I don't think it's bad for concealer. I just wish it was a little bit more dense, but I mean, if you're on a crunch, it does work. I feel like these brushes in general, they're really good. I mean, with my one brush, because I already had it for a couple months and I washed it, I feel like it's kind of getting a little bit loose, but the bristles themselves are still pretty soft, which is like they don't feel scratchy or anything. And this brush, for instance, I've had since spring at this point, or summer, and I still use it and I love it because it has that angle and it's fluffy and soft, so it just blends products in really nicely. You could be a little bit more detailed, which I really like. I always just like to hit the sides of my nose a little bit so that it doesn't look so bare. We need a little bit more blush. I'm going to go in with this one from LA Colors in XOXO. It's a nice warm tone brown or blush. Another one of these Dollar Tree brushes. I'm going to gradually build it up because I already know that these are so pigmented. Oh, this is cute. It's just nice and warm. I want to just enhance the blush. I know it's a different color than what we used underneath, but I just feel like we need a little extra. How pretty. That also kind of gives a little glow to the skin. I'm so happy, you guys. I finally found a good deep lip liner at the Dollar Tree from Ione. Shout out to Ione. Truly, this is the gel lip pencil in the shade Plum. This is the main reason I wanted to film fall makeup. This and the eyeshadow palette, because I was like, yeah, this right here screams fall. I thought it was plumping, and no, it just says creamy, fill and define, matte finish, long lasting. I'm curious because I'm actually going to eat after this, so I'll let you know if it does last. How perfect is this color? Another gem from Ione, these lip oils. I don't know why they both say the same name, Plumberry, but there are two different shades. This one is like a sheer cherry red, and this one is a pretty plum. I have tried these, and they have a huge doe foot. They're super juicy on the lips. This is the like cherry one. So pretty and like plush. It is pretty sheer, but I like it with the lip liner. So this is the Plumberry slash cherry color, and now the other one, which is the berry plum, I feel like has a little bit more pigment, but it's still pretty sheer too, like overall. But I love how glossy these are, and I love this paired with the lip liner. Super cute. And here are the lip oils swatched. You can see the plum one has slightly more color, but overall these are pretty sheer, just like really juicy on the lips. The last thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of that pressed powder right in the inner corner. And then I'm going to just set everything down. This is the only setting spray that I've ever been able to get at the Dollar Tree. The Last All Day Matte Setting Spray. Let's let that dry and we'll be on our way. Really love the way this Dollar Tree glam turned out. My favorite product of the day is this Smoky Browns eyeshadow palette. This is better than I was expecting. Honestly, very blendable. I think these layer a lot better than I was expecting. And the pigment is there. With some of the colors, you have to build them up a little bit more. But overall, I think this would be a good beginner-friendly palette, or if you just don't feel like spending a lot, but you still want your warm tones for the fall or just in general. This is really cute. Very happy that I found these Ione lip liners. Don't know about the longevity, but I love how creamy they are initially. I think they glide on and they have a good amount of pigment. And paired with the lip oils, I think this is a really cute $2.50 lip combo. You cannot beat it. These little blush sticks are also adorable, very pigmented, so don't apply too much. This is why I love doing these videos, to show you that you can still get a beautiful makeup look with products that are more affordable or at the Dollar Tree. It's all about how you make it work and the tools that you're using, because I truly believe if you have the right tools, you can make anything work. And now you can even get tools at the Dollar Tree. Like, they really are stepping it up. I think these brushes are fantastic for the price. This one was newer, but these other ones I've had for the last couple of months. I've washed them, used them. They're amazing. Make sure to let me know what your favorite Dollar Tree product is down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more Dollar Tree and affordable full face videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.